Hey, my loves, and welcome to your cosmic weather report for the week ahead. We've got a really busy week in the skies this week, so let me take you through it day by day. Our astro week begins on Tuesday when we get Mars trine Jupiter. Now, this is going to bring a surge of energy and enthusiasm. So if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been feeling a bit low on energy, if you've been feeling a bit like maybe this year hasn't quite been what you want it to be, this is going to bring possibilities, opportunities, a sense of adventure, a sense of being able to move beyond where you currently are. This day is all about growth and expansion. And so what I really want you to do is to begin to look to the future and to look to what it is that you want for the future. This week is a lot about looking to future possibilities and planning for the future. And even though we're now drawing into that autumn and winter energy, it's showing us where it is that we're going so that we know what we need to be doing now, what we need to be gathering now, how we need to be resting now and nurturing ourselves now and nourishing ourselves now and gathering what we need now so that we're ready for that growth phase and when everything begins to come to fruition. So this is a day to really look at where you felt stuck, where you'd like to go, what you'd like for your future. It brings that sense of wanting to grow beyond where you are. So really feel into where you have been feeling stuck or held down, or where things have just felt like you're hitting a brick wall or knocking on a door that isn't yours, and begin to see beyond what isn't working into, okay, well, if everything were working and flowing, what would that look like? What would that feel like? What would I be doing? This whole week really is about dreaming, which is beautiful because we are drawing our energy inwards into our inner world. But remember, I say this too often, that everything that we want first has to be created on the inside before we can begin to see it on the outside. So this is a week that takes us into that, the magic and the manifestation and the power that we have within us to create the reality that we want. So Tuesday will bring that sense of possibility and opportunity, and that anything could be possible. And that's what I want you to really feel into. If anything were possible, what would I want? What would I do? What would I desire? That's the energy I want you to look at. And maybe that comes from where you're feeling stuck. And if you're feeling stuck and held down and held back, flip that. Well, okay, if I were free, what would that look like? And this then is going to be really vital for Wednesday, because we get a really big day on Wednesday. We get the first quarter moon in Aquarius. Mercury will trine Neptune. Mercury will then move into Sagittarius. Mercury will then oppose Uranus, and Mars will trine Saturn. So Wednesday, the middle of the week, big energy day. This is going to continue this theme. This is a day of really looking to future possibilities and the bigger picture of your life from a place where you're dreaming it and visualizing it and feeling it and being it on the inside first. So we're not looking to the outside world to change or fix or do anything to make it. We're coming in here. Autumn, winter, we're drawing in. But all the magic happens within here first. So first of all, that first quarter moon in Aquarius. First quarter moon is normally everybody's favorite part of the lunar cycle. It's the time when things feel like they're coming together, the synchronicities, the signs. This is where everything, all the intentions we put in at the Libra new moon, we start to really work towards them. The first quarter in Aquarius will bring a sense of determination and action and wanting to move towards what you want. But what's going to be really key is Aquarius is a lot about freedom. So it's going to ask you to look at what's in the way of your freedom. What's in the way of what you want? Where is it you're feeling most restricted and tied down and stuck? And how can you begin to expand beyond that, even if first it's just on the inside and it's within your inner world that you find a sense of freedom and liberation and truth. So I want you around this day, though, to really begin to look at what you need to let go of. The first quarter moon in Aquarius, especially happening at this time of year, and with everything happening in nature, says that, first of all, sometimes to grow, you must let go. And that's going to continue throughout the week as we get towards Halloween on Friday. This time of year is showing us in nature, if nature wants to grow into full bloom again next year and have all that it is she wants and all that it is that she wants to grow, what must she now be letting go of? What is restricting her freedom and her growth? Because if trees keep hold of their leaves, they'll die. What is restricting that? So this first quarter moon in Aquarius is going to be an energy of, what do you need to let go of to grow? What is restricting your freedom? What's holding you back? What's making you less of yourself? Where are you holding down your voice and your truth? Where are you shrinking? Where are you pretending? Where are you not liberated and free? And what then do you need to let go of in order then to be able to expand into all the growth and the possibilities and the opportunities? Now, as Mercury trines Neptune, Mercury is going to say to you, begin to expand into those possibilities. This is a day to really use your imagination to dream. Well, if everything were working out in just the way I wanted it to, what would that look like? What would that feel like? What would that be like? Allow yourself a dream day, or just a dream 5 minutes where you just close your eyes and you allow your mind to wander into limitless possibility and opportunity and adventure and what it is that you want for yourself. As Mercury moves in Sagittarius, same energy. Mercury in Sagittarius then will show you where you need to expand into seeking wisdom and knowledge and information. Perhaps you want to study something new or learn something new, or you've got a desire for this in your life, and so to get there you need to change this, manifest this, study this, learn this, bring in this help. It's about asking for what you want and bringing in and gathering all that wisdom, information, insight that you need. And as Mercury opposes Uranus, this is where that insight's going to come in. Whenever Mercury meets Uranus, there is lightning bolts of insight and intuition and answers and solutions. It all just comes flooding into our mind. It's like our mind is suddenly expanded into the cosmic mind, which is exactly what happens. Mercury is our human mind, our human thoughts, our beliefs, our limiting beliefs, the thoughts that go on all day, every day. Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury. So Uranus is the cosmic mind. It's the higher wisdom. It's our higher selves. It's our soul selves. And so as these two meet, there's always this energy of seeing where we're staying stuck in that small self-limited thinking rather than expanding into those limitless opportunities and possibilities. And remember, I say this to a lot, but if you can see it and dream it, you can achieve it. Or is it if you can see it and believe it? Or if you can dream it and believe it? If you can see it and dream it and believe it, you can achieve it. So whatever your mind can see and visualize, it's because on some level it's a possibility for you, on some timeline that already exists, so you wouldn't be able to visualize it and see it. So whatever you can see and visualize around this mid part of the week, it's possible for you. It's already real for you on some level. You just need to align yourself energetically and become in a frequency with what it is that you want, so you can then shift onto that timeline and it can be there. So these are a couple of days that are really showing you the limitlessness of your mind when you allow it, and how then you can create and manifest and visualize and make things real from the power of your mind. But it's also going to show us what gets in the way. So as Mars trines Saturn, you're going to see where your mind holds you back from taking action on your dreams, and where you limit yourself by your own thoughts and stories. So this whole day is around an expansion into something bigger, but then an awareness of where you then limit yourself, where that little voice comes in that goes, oh, that wouldn't be possible for me. Oh, I couldn't make that work. Oh, that'd never happen for me. Oh, I'm not good enough for that. Oh, I'm not clever enough for that. Oh, well, I need that, and that to be able to get there. That freedom that I was talking about with that Aquarius moon, most of the time, what's in the way of your freedom is you and your own thoughts and beliefs. So this day is going to show you that and ask you, excuse me, to expand beyond that, and to come out of your human thinking mind with all of its doubts and its fears and its worries and its limitations into the cosmic mind. Show me what's possible for me. Show me how good it can get. Show me all that's available for me. Show me what it looks like when I'm really living in my truth and trust and alignment. Show me how good it gets, is what I really want you to ask yourself midweek. Thursday, then we get Mercury sextile in Pluto. So this is further going to take us into truth and deeper within. This brings deep, insightful thoughts, and it takes you into your inner world, to explore your inner world, to get to know yourself, to get to know maybe where you do get in the way of that dream, and your mind will tell you not to, but then it helps you to thread it back to where that fear first came from, so that you can go, oh, that's why. And remember that beautiful Marianne Williamson quote around, it's not failing that we're really afraid of, it's succeeding. What we're really truly afraid of deep down is actually getting what we want. It really is. And so Thursday's Mercury sextile Pluto, this is where you're going to get those realizations of where you say you want something, but you act in a different way. So go into your inner world on this day and really explore the truth that is within you, and also the truth about your power. You're going to be shown how truly powerful you are to create the reality that you want beyond everything that you've been told. Now, Friday, then we get Halloween, we get Samhain, we get that beautiful, well, it's known as the Celtic and the Witches' New Year. And this is because our ancestors used to split the year into two parts, the dark half and the light half. And the word Samhain means summer's end. And so this was where we moved into the dark half of the year. And our ancestors knew that new beginnings didn't come from the moment of the new beginning. Like, the new beginning doesn't come in spring when the leaves go on the trees. The new beginning comes now, or the new beginning rather comes now, when everything dies back to the earth, when the earth gets a chance to rest and regenerate and pause and be still and go inwards. The new beginning begins now, in the moment that everything dies away and goes back to the earth and goes into deep rest and regeneration, so it can blossom again in spring. And that's where we get it wrong. We think the new beginning is only in the moment when the thing is there. The new beginning is in this moment where we go inwards and we allow, we allow what needs to die away so that something new can grow. And so this is really a moment where I want you to begin to slow down and rest and turn inwards. And with that, really look at, and the energy of the middle of the week showed us that, really look at what needs to be allowed to die away in your life so that something new can grow. This is a time of really deep shedding and releasing and allowing things to die away. We're very afraid as humans, of letting go of things because we fear there might not be something else. We never see that happen in nature. And I want you to take that same inspiration from nature and just allow what needs to die away. Allow what isn't working to just fall away. Stop fighting and struggling to keep things or people or situations in your life that don't want to be there. Just let go of the grip, go into deep rest, go inwards, and allow it all to figure out in exactly the way that it needs to. And to help with this on Tuesday, sorry, I've really not been well this week, and my mind is just, as you can maybe tell, my mind is just everywhere. I'm like clinging onto a thread trying to get through this for you. On Sunday, we get Venus opposite Chiron. Now, this is going to bring up a lot of our deep relationship wounds and insecurities, a lot of our self-worth wounds, a lot of looking at where we try to fix others and hold on to things that have gone past their sell-by date, from a need to just try to fix and to please and to cling on. And this is going to wrap the week up beautifully in some ways, because it is really going to highlight to you those things that do need to be allowed to die away. Those things that make you feel less than worthy, those things in your life, those relationships in your life that aren't working, those ways of relating and ways of being that just aren't working, those ways of believing that just aren't working, and where you are holding on and clinging on and gripping on to those things that just aren't working. So these wounds are going to come up to show you where there are repeating patterns, where you're trying to use certain things as a sticking plaster, where you are repeating things. It's just going to really show you whatever you feel a wounding about around the weekend. I want you to really look at it honestly and check in with whether this is showing you whether it's something that you're holding on to that needs to be allowed to die away, even if that's in its current form and not all together. But what needs to be allowed to die away so that something new can grow? I made it through. 5 seconds left just to wish you a beautiful week ahead. So much love, and I'll be back next week.